Hi everyone, my name is Lucas and today I'm gonna be your coach for this legendary legs session with resistance bands. So for this session, you need nothing else than your bar from SmartWorkout as well as the resistance bands. For this session, we're gonna perform 4 exercises. We're gonna start with squats, lunges, deadlift, and hip thrust. And believe me, you're gonna like it. To start the session, we will first do some warm-up. We will start with 20 squats, body weight, like this, 1, 2, up to 20. And then we will do 20 static lunges, 10 reps each side, 1, 2, and up to 10. Okay, you guys ready? We start at 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Perfect. We take a little bit of rest. And for the next exercise for warm-up, we're gonna do some lunges. So I'm show you how it is. Do just that, okay? Okay, breathe a little, and we're gonna do 10 lunges each side for each leg. Okay, we start at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we change legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. Now the session can really start. So for the first exercise, we're gonna do a squat. And for every exercise of this session, you're gonna need your bar from SmartWorkout Elite. And we're gonna start with a light resistance. We'll just clip 1 black resistance band, so 20 kilo, to the bar. So you grab your bar, take the band, and you clip it to the carabiner. And I'm gonna show you how to do a squat with resistance bands. So we're starting with a light resistance to learn the movement. If that's the first time you're doing squats and you really have no experience, maybe you can start with a bit lighter, maybe with a 5 kg or 10 kg band. If you already done some squats in the past, you can go with this resistance band for the first set. So I'm going to show you to do a squat with resistance bands. You put your feet on the band like this, and the thing is, now there's two things you can do. Either if the resistance is very light, you can raise the bar directly and put it like this. But the problem is that you cannot do that when the resistance is heavy. Or the best thing to do will be, you go in squat position, like this, you are in squat, and here the resistance is not so strong. So it's gonna be easier to do that. And now you have your bar on the neck, and you can stand up. See, I started with closed feet on a resistance band, so the bands are not overstretched. And once I am standing up, I can then widen my feet like this, okay? So I have a good position. The bar is behind the neck. My feet are widened. I feel good in my stance. And now I can start doing some squats. So if you have the bar just as I have, you can go at 3 for 20 repetitions, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, come on guys, 5 more, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Perfect. Woo! Even if it's the beginning of the session, you should start feeling your legs. So that was a squat with a light resistance, but now we're gonna add some more resistance. So if the squat with the 20 kg band felt okay, do like me and add another 20 kg band. So now you should have 2 black resistance bands on your bar, and with that we're gonna go for 12 repetitions. So you have your bar, 2 black resistance bands, and the thing is, the more resistance bands you put for a squat, the more difficult the setup will be, because it's not like with free weight where the band is already above, so it's kind of easy to grab the bar. With resistance bands, you need to put the bar yourself behind your neck, and when the resistance is heavy, it starts to be difficult. So there's a few tips for you. If the back squat is really difficult for the setup, the front squat is much more easier. So I'm going to show you. So if you guys don't like the setup for the back squat, you can go for a front squat. It's more or less the same way to work the legs. So when you're doing your squat, you put the resistance band behind your neck. Instead of putting the bar behind your neck, you put it on your front delt like this. You see? And you can stand. And it's much more easier to put the bar here rather than doing to put it behind. So here I have the bar on my front delt and I can stand up. I can hold it and then it's easy, you know? So go for the front squat if the back squat is too hard for you in terms of the setup. But if the back squat setup is okay, then do like me and do back squats. Okay? So we're gonna start the second set. We take the bar, we put it behind the neck, we stand up. Once we stand up, we can stretch the band and widen the feet. And we go for 12 repetitions at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done, guys. To put off the bar, go in squat, and you do like this. Perfect. Have a little bit of rest, 1-2 minutes rest, and then we're gonna go for the third set. So if the resistance was okay for you, I think we can go for a little bit of challenge. First set, we're gonna do 10 repetitions, and we're gonna add the blue 15 kg resistance bands. Okay, so you should add your third resistance band. It should give you a total of 55 kg. So right now I have two black bands as well as a blue 15 kg band. So 55 kg, okay? Take a little bit of rest, and once you're ready, we go for the third set of squat, 10 repetitions. So you see, as I say, for the setup, if really the back squat is hard for you, it's better to do a front squat because the setup is much easier. You don't have to do this movement. You just have to put the bar directly on your front delt. So it's a good alternative when the back squat is too hard for you in terms of setup. Also, as you can see, when I'm doing squats, I think my squat is like full range of motion. I go as low as I can. This will depend on how you feel and your mobility. The simple rule for squat is do a squat that feels good for you and where you feel stable. If you do a squat where you don't feel stable, your knees are shaking and stuff, that means your stance is not good, or maybe you're just not ready to add weight. It's okay if the knees are above the ball of your feet or not. The key here is to be stable. If you're stable, that's good. And then once you're stable, my advice will be try to go down as much as your mobility allow you to go down. Some people, they prefer to stop there, and it's perfectly fine, draw the parallel. But some people have the mobility to go even below, and which is slightly better. Okay, so let's go for the first set. 55 kg, 10 reps. I put the bands below the shoes. I go in squat first. I have the bar. I put it behind my neck, and I stand up. Once I stand up, I widen my feet, and I'm now ready for 10 reps. Okay guys, we go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on guys. 8, 9, and 10. Woo, well done. Perfect. How did it feel? So, we're gonna do a last set, and now you should be comfortable with the squat movement. And if you feel comfortable with the squat movement, add a bit of resistance. I'm gonna add a green band, which will give me 65 total of resistance. So we now have the fourth set of squats. I have 4 bands clipped, 1 green, 1 blue, 2 black, 10 kilo, 15 kilo, and 2 times 20 kilo. So 65 kilograms, okay? I was saying something for the squat that, yeah, the lower you can go, the better. If your mobility allows you and if you feel stable. The good thing with resistance band is, yes, the setup is complicated, I'm not gonna lie. The setup with free weights is easier. But the good thing is that once you achieve this setup, the resistance is quite good for a movement like the squat, because when you do a squat, the moment where you have the least force is when you are very down and close to the floor. When you're like this is the moment when your body is in position to not produce as much force as it could be, as it could produce if you were here, you know? So the good thing with resistance bands is that it proposes a variable resistance. So actually the fact that the resistance is quite low when you're here, it's actually not so bad, because then you have much more resistance on the top, but this is on the top where you are the most powerful. So the squat is one of the exercises where the variable resistance follows perfectly the trajectory of force you can produce. So it's actually quite good. The good thing with this kind of resistance band is that you can pre-stretch them, which means you have tension at the beginning of the movement. Because the thing is, as long as you have tension at the beginning of the movement, it will be okay to build muscle. The problem is that when you have zero tension and you go to extremely high tension, that's not good. The sweet spot is when you have okay tension at the beginning and high tension at the end. If you go from 0 to 100, it's not ideal, because that means if you have zero tension at the beginning, it's not so good for hypertrophy. But if you have a little bit of tension, if let's say you go from 40 kg to 100 kg, that will be okay. At least you will have tension on the whole range of motion. Okay, enough talking. I hope you guys are ready for the fourth set, 65 kg, and this time we go for 8 repetitions. So foot on the band, the middle of the band, of course. You have to be symmetric. You go in squats. Once you're in squats, put the bar like this behind your neck. You stand up. Start to feel heavy. You widen your feet. Okay, you're good. And we can go for 8 reps at 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, guys. 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7. Last one. And 8. Woo. Perfect. Can be proud of you. Well done, guys. That was the first exercise, and we have 3 more exercises. So, second exercise, we're gonna go for lunges, and we're gonna start with 20 kg of resistance. So if you follow me in terms of resistance for this session, you should have 4 resistance bands clipped to your bar, and you will only leave 1 resistance band, which is a black one, okay? So I remove 3 of them. Perfect. And now you should have just 1 back resistance band. So lunges, we saw the movement in the beginning of the session for warm-up. With the bar, it's basically the same thing. You will see the setup is much more easier because the bands are less stretched at the beginning of the movement, because you block the band with only 1 foot, not 2 feet. 1 foot, not 2 foot, which means the resistance is I would say lower at the beginning of the movement, which makes it much more easier. So actually the lunges is a good exercise if you want to put heavy to grow your legs, because the setup is okay on this one. But anyway, let's start with 20 kg and let's do a good movement together, and then we will add some more bands. So first set of lunges, we're gonna do 12 reps for each leg. I'm gonna put myself in profile so you guys can see me well. You start with your weak leg. It's always better. So for me, the weak leg is the right one. You block the band in the middle. You go down like this, okay? And take the bar, put it behind your back. Normally it should be much easier than for the squat, as I said. You stand up. So my front leg is blocking the resistance band. And my leg, the other leg, which is in the back, I feel a position where I feel comfortable. And I will go down at 3 for 12 reps, okay? 1, 2, 3. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. And now you block the band. The easy thing when you're here, if you have a good mobility, if you have a good balance, you can block directly the band with your other foot and do like this, okay? That way you don't have to do the wall setup again. Move the other feet backwards and make sure you feel comfortable. And you go down at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done. Perfect. So how did it feel? Normally on this exercise, the whole lower body is working, but you should feel more specifically the quadriceps. And the thing to know is the more far you go behind, the more distance between your two legs, the more you will work on your hamstring, and the closer they are, the more you will work on your quadriceps. For me, I like to have like a mid stance, a normal stance, so you can work both. And normally you should target a little bit more the quadriceps rather than the hamstring. Unless if you really go super long distance like this, then you see you will work a little bit more the hamstring. But if you have a normal distance between your two legs, you should more focus on the quadriceps. Anyway, enough talking, let's get ready for the second set. So second set, if you guys felt well, you can add one back resistance band. Let's do 40 kg. And for this one, we're gonna go for 10 reps. So it's not gonna be easy, but you guys can do it. Okay, cool. I have two black bands on the bar, and this time I will not go for 12 reps, I will go for 10 reps, okay? So when you guys are ready, you can put yourself in position. So I'm back in profile. Start with the weak leg in the middle of the band. Good symmetry. You go down, put the bar behind your neck. That should not be too difficult at its resistance, I hope. And now you stand up. Perfect. Your other leg, you move it on the back. And we go for 10 reps at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. If you feel comfortable, if you think you are stable, put directly your other foot like this and move the other one on the back. Okay? That's the heavy way to do it. If you don't feel confident doing that, do the wall sit-up again. Okay? I'm waiting for you. And when you're ready, we go at 3 for 10 reps with the second leg. Okay? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Perfect. Let's rest a little bit before the third set. For the third set, we're gonna go for 8 reps, and you have 2 possibilities. If the resistance was too high for you, you keep this resistance. But if you like some challenge and you guys feel good, you add the 15 kg bend, okay? So you take your bar, but only if you guys feel good, okay? You don't have to. You know, the thing is, in bodybuilding, muscle respond very well when you are close to muscle failure or at muscle failure. So you should always have a resistance where you feel like you could do maybe 1 more reps, maybe 2 more reps maximum, but you had the right intensity for the number of repetitions that you made. So if you feel extremely confident and you have strong legs and you're good, you can put higher than 55 kg. You can put something like 70 kg, 80 kg, 90 kg. On the squat and lunges with the bar, you can go up to 100 kg. So you have room if you feel that's not enough for you. But if you guys feel good, you was close to muscle failure following my resistance, then stick with me. I'm gonna go 2 black band and 1 blue band, total of 55 kg. Drinking a little bit. Okay. Now you guys should have had a good rest. And I hope you guys are ready for the third set. So for lunges, we do only 3 sets. So that's the last set. And then we're gonna do an exercise that I like very much, deadlift. But anyway, let's not be in a hurry. We first have to do the first set of lunges. So let's do it again. Resistance bands on the floor. You put your foot on it. You go down, and arms to go down. You place the bar behind your back, like this. You stand up. Cool. You move the over leg on the back. And guys, we go at 3 for 8 repetitions. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This one is quite hard. So given that the resistance is a bit high, I'm gonna do the wall sit-up again. So I go down, put off the bar. I put my other feet, drop the band, bar behind the neck, and I stand up. If you guys felt comfortable enough to switch foot directly, well done to you. If you guys don't feel confident enough, it's good to do the wall sit-up again, okay? So you should now be ready for the second leg. 8 repetitions, we go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We go down and we put off the bar. Well done, guys. We already did half of the session. Can be proud of you. It's not over yet. We have 2 more exercises, and believe me, it's gonna be fun. So catch your breath a little bit while I explain you the third exercise. So for the third exercise, we're gonna do some deadlift. Deadlift, we're gonna start with a light resistance, so you guys can really understand the movement. So grab your bar, put off all the resistance band, and put only the 25 kg resistance band, okay? Only the 25 kg. So grab it with me. Take the 25 kg band. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. I have my 25 kg band on the bar, but I'm gonna show you the deadlift. So, first of all, you know deadlift, if you do the traditional deadlift, you should start like this, close to the legs, and once you like this, in a simultaneous way, you go up, so your legs go up and your back go up, okay? So that should be the traditional deadlift. And when you do that, you work your entire posterior body. So you work the hamstring, the glutes, and the back. But given that it's a leg session, we could do a deadlift because it works on your hamstring and on your glutes. But it also works on your back. And one variant I'd like to show you will be the deadlift but with straight legs. Doing a deadlift with straight legs will put the focus on the hamstring. And I want to put a focus on the hamstring because the 2 first exercises we work mostly on the quadriceps and a little bit on the glutes, but not too much on the hamstring. So now on this exercise, I'd like to focus on hamstring because for the last exercise, we will focus on the glutes. Anyway, stay with me. I'm gonna show you what a deadlift with straight legs look like. So deadlift, straight legs, start like this, and instead of doing that, as you could do for a traditional deadlift, you start with legs straight, as the name say, and the bar, it will be not too close to the legs. The bar will be actually here, something like this, and then you go up. So it's actually an easier exercise than the traditional deadlift, okay? And once you do that, if you do it the right way, only your hamstring should work. Normally, it's very hard to keep the legs straight, and given that it's quite unusual to maintain legs straight, you will work also on your glutes and maybe a little bit on your back. But if you keep legs straight, you should work only on your hamstring. So now if you're doing that with me, you should be like, okay, that's cool, but there's no tension at all on this resistance band. That's normal because you should do certain setup to feel the tension at the beginning of the movement. So grab your bar, grab the band, and you do a loop. I'm going to show you here, like this, okay? It should give you 2 loops symmetrical, like that. And once you have your 2 loops, you put your feet on the band, like that, and you will see, you will have the tension right from the beginning of the movement. Now we're gonna perform a deadlift with straight legs, and we're gonna go for 12 reps. So I'm starting there, my legs are straight, the bar is not so close to the leg, my back is as straight as I can, and I go up. I start at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. If you do it correctly, you should feel your hamstring. 2, even with a low resistance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, come on guys, 11, and 12. Well done. Okay, so if you think the movement was correct for you, if you felt your hamstring, and if the resistance was not so hard, let's add a little bit of resistance. Personally, I felt confident on this exercise, so I'm gonna add 25 kg bend, but you don't have to add the same resistance as I'm adding if you did not feel comfortable, okay? The idea here will be to add a little bit of resistance. We're gonna do 2 more sets at 10 repetitions, and for these 2 more sets, it's good if we challenge ourselves a little bit. So I'm gonna go for 2 bend of 25 kg. I'm showing you the movement one last time. Really, the movement keep your legs straight like this, and you do that. And once you do that, you should really feel on your hamstring, okay? You see my legs, they remain straight. Just to show you, this is what the traditional deadlift look like. See, the movement is different. The legs are moving, the back is more straight, and the bar is very close to the body. Here, the bar is not so close to the body, and the legs are straight, okay? Only if you feel comfortable, add some resistance. So, I'm gonna show you again the setup. You grab your band, and you do this loop. Well done to you. And once you have those 2 loops, you put 1 foot each on the middle of the loop, okay? Be careful, I don't want the feet to be here, because if the feet are here, what's gonna happen is that it can break. You don't want that to break, right? So put your feet in the middle. It's gonna be much better like this, okay? Guys, we go at 3 for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, well done guys. How did it feel? I hope it felt good. I hope you guys felt your hamstring. For me, I felt it perfectly fine, and I'm gonna stay at 50 kg for the third set. One thing you need to know with this movement is that the resistance is actually slightly higher than 50 kg because you're doing a loop on the bar. And given that you're doing a loop, the resistance, it comes from 4 points. The resistance comes from there, from there, from there, and from there, because you loop the bend. So we did some testing, and basically when you do that, it's about 1.5 the resistance at the end of the movement. So let's say you have 50 kg in this setup. At the end of the deadlift, you should feel about 75 kg. because the bands are looped, which give much more tension. Okay? So keep this number in mind when you do deadlift with the SmartWorkout bar. It also applies for the bent over row. These are the two exercises where you need to do a loop on a bar. Then the resistance, you need to think about time 1.5. Okay guys? Let's take 20 seconds more of rest and we go for the third set. So for the third set, get your bar ready. I'm going to show you. For the last set, you grab your bar in the middle, you put it on the bar like this. Okay, and now you have two nice loops. You can put your feet in that. Make sure when you put your feet that there is at least one hand between the foot and the end of the bar of the band. So you're making sure you're not overstretching your bands. Get ready, look in front of you, legs straight, and we go at 3 for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Well done guys. Third exercise is over. Deadlift, straight legs, it's over. Well done, you can be proud of you. Okay guys, so for this fourth exercise, we're gonna target the glutes with hip thrust. So hip thrust, I like to do it just with body weight and not with resistance bands. Actually, you could do some hip thrust with resistance bands. We have videos and that, but I don't find the setup very user-friendly. So I prefer to do it body weight because it's easier and I think it's also more efficient. I mean, it's not because I'm the co-founder of SmartWorkout that I need to push absolutely all exercise with resistance bands. To be honest, sometimes some exercise they can be better without resistance band. I think hip thrust, that's the case. So I'm gonna show you a variant of hip thrust which is really hard just with your body weight. To perform hip thrust, you will need a couch. For me, I have a nice pink couch. You go on this one and you will put your upper back on the couch, and you know the normal movement of hip thrust is this. You just raise your pelvis, okay? And you need to put your legs a little bit further to make sure the legs here form a nice 90-degree angle, okay? So that should be what a hip thrust look like, okay? Problem with that is that it's not so heavy, you know, like maybe if you're a beginner, it should be a great exercise, but if you already a little bit of experience and you want to challenge yourself, you will need some tension. And for that, you actually don't need bands, you don't need weight. There's a super alternative. It's the single leg hip thrust. And believe me, it's burning. So for a single leg hip thrust, you position yourself as if you would do normal hip thrust, okay? Upper back on the couch, like this, comfortable. And you're gonna raise the other leg. For me, I'm gonna raise the right leg like this. You go down and you do that, okay? And if you do that, you should feel your glutes burning, okay? So this leg here, when it's on the top, it forms approximately a 90-degree angle. It goes down and you're doing that, all right? So let me catch my breath and we're gonna do some hip thrust. 3 sets, 10 repetitions for each leg. And I hope you guys are ready because believe me, it's really burning for the glutes, okay? So let's get ready for the first set. We're in position, upper back on the couch. We go up, the legs here, 90-degree angle. I am comfortable, I am stable. I raise one of the legs a little bit like this. It's not touching the floor. I go down and I do that, okay? Let's go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest a little bit and do the other leg. Normally, depending on the side of you did, you should feel your glutes. You should be burning. But anyway, let's do it for the other leg. Stay like this, and now we're gonna raise the other leg. Okay, guys, we go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. How did you feel? I hope you really like this exercise. Personally, it's one of my favorite. So simple, and believe me, it's even more difficult than doing a hip thrust in the gym with a heavy barbell. Even if you're doing hip thrust in the gym with a heavy barbell, I challenge you to do that. And if maybe 10 reps is not enough for you, do 15 reps or 20 reps. And believe me, you're gonna feel your glutes. Let's take a little bit of rest and we go for the second set. Actually, if you have a couch for doing hip thrust, you can even sit on the couch. At least it's useful. You're waiting a little bit with me. You're waiting a little bit with me, taking some rest. We're getting ready for the second set. I know you guys can do it. We're at the end of the session. 2 more sets and we're done. 2 more sets and you can be proud of your legs because they worked well today. All right, guys. Okay, let's get ready for the second set. Upper back on the couch. I go up, these legs here, 90-degree angle. I'm like that. I raise this leg a little bit, okay, and I go down, and I'm doing that. Okay, guys, we got 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Catch your breath and change the legs. Come on, guys, we can do it. Raise the other leg a little bit, and we got 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Well done, guys. Let's catch your breath and we go for the third and last set. And believe me, you can be proud of you. If you're still with me at this timing of the session, you guys can be really proud. Catch your breath, drink a little bit if you have water, which I hope for you have. Okay, guys, we can do it. Rest a little bit rest a little bit. And we're gonna go for the third and last set. If it's not burning, you're either not doing it the right way, or you have super strength, you're like super good with your glutes. Because for me, telling you the truth, guys, it's really burning. Burning like fire. Okay guys, let's go for the last set. Come on. Upper back on the couch. We raise the leg a little bit. And guys, we go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Last leg, last set, and we're good, guys. Okay, we go at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It was really difficult for me for the last one. My execution was not perfect, but I hope it was good for you. Woo! Guys, the session is over. You can be very proud of yourself, proud of your legs. It was a pleasure to be with you. I hope you really enjoy working your legs with the SmartWorkout that is set. It honestly was a pleasure for me. Sorry for my broken English. I hope you guys understand me perfectly. Tell me in the comments if I should improve in English. Tell me in the comments if you would like to see other session, and I'll be happy to perform for you. See you guys. Cheers.